What is up, guys? This is Colin here with UpNorthOutdoors, and in this video series that you guys are about to watch, I'm going to be saucing in a 5-inch Shackle reversal kit. It's made by Sky Manufacturing into this truck, and then I'm also going to be lifting up the rear. So we're going to be adding 5 inches of this truck as the 5-inch Shackle reversal, and I'll be machining blocks and traction bars for the rear to level it out after I put the front in. So this is probably going to end up being 2, 3, 4 videos. So definitely subscribe if you're not already, if you're interested in seeing this. So if you don't know this truck, it's a 1996 Ford F250. I did the Danish 60 swap in the front, and I put a 4-inch lift kit in it, and it is running the lift springs that was meant for the TTB for the F250. So it might sit a little bit higher than because the springs are a little bit stiffer, so it might sit a little bit higher than 4 inches. A lot of people think I have like a 6 or an 8 in right now, but it's only a 4-inch lift. But I've measured, and it sits a little higher than what I think it's supposed to be. So it's running anywhere around 4 to 6 inches of lift right now. And then once I put this 5-inch in, it's going to be around 9 to 11 inches. So if you guys are wanting to do the full, like, I'm just going to say 10 because that's basically what it's going to be around, is a 10-inch lift. So if you guys are wanting to do the full 10-inch lift, I recommend that you watch my first lift series where I put the 4-inch lift in. And if you guys want to go with the 6-inch, it's basically this. You do the same stuff to put it in. So yeah, if you guys want to see my first lift video, I'll leave a link in the description below, or you can click on my channel. It's probably, I think it's one of my top videos on the channel, so it'd be pretty easy to find. Let's get over to the box here and open up and look at what we got for the reverse shackle kit. Here it is right here. It runs around $500. So I am gonna open this bad boy up and then show you guys what it all comes with. Okay, so here is everything out of the box. If you're worried about the packaging not being very good, they definitely do a good job packaging. It's taped up, stapled up, and full of them little foam peanuts and stuff, so everything's wrapped up good. So they definitely do a good job in packaging. Not that the metal is really gonna get that beat up, but you know. A lot of you guys are probably wondering why I didn't just make one of these myself. And it's just because, well, it would have been a lot of work to redesign all this, because like obviously we won't be able to just get these guys exact design online. So it would have been a lot of work to design this, and just a lot of time would have gone into designing and making all this, and the price tag wasn't like, if it was like the price tag was like $1,000 or over that, I probably would have made my own. But $500 isn't too bad for the amount of time that it takes to design and make this. So I just went ahead and just bought it instead of making my own. Anyway, let's get to putting this thing on. Yeah, so this is their little instructions here. So I'll be trying to go off this. I don't know how much I will, but I'll be trying to go off this. The first thing it says is to remove your front bumper and front track arm bolt. I don't think I'm going to need to remove my front bumper, because you have a lot more space for my front bumper than you do when you would from the stock one. So I don't think I can do that. I'll remove it later if I have to, but I don't really want to take that off yet. And the next thing it says is to put it up on jack stands. It says to put the jack stands behind your front spring, on the frame right here behind your front spring. That's where it wants you to put the jack stand. So I'll go ahead, I'll do that, and then it wants you to take your wheels off. So that's what I'm gonna do now. Is I'm gonna jack this up, put it on jack stands. I'll probably have to cut some blocks if I can't find any to put the jack stands on, because they probably won't reach high enough. But yeah, so I'm gonna be doing that right now. North Country with a barometer that is. Yeah, so this is the only block I got right now. So I'm gonna need you to go find some wood and cut some more of them blocks to sauce them jack stands up onto. This should work. So I got some more blocks cut up. So I got jack stands up on blocks in position behind the rear front spring shackle there on both sides on the frame. So gonna jack this thing up now, get it on the jack stands, and take the wheels off. Inside down, one to go. And I have something dripping here. I think it's probably water from my AC, but let me smell it and make sure. That is not water from my AC. You decided to show up.
You had to cut his bearing off to get to the seal?
No, this is the, not, you don't have to do that for the outer seal.
Yeah, well, no, outer seal, but like it was the super weird like Jeep ear, Jeep Cherokee ear that they had.
Okay, so now I want to take these spring bolts off here on each side. Now once you get the spring bolts out, you're going to want to take the bolt here that goes through your frame that holds your shackle on here off. It's the next step. So I'm taking just the bottom shock bolt here out so I can lower my axle more because my shocks are fully extended right now. So I can lower it more so these springs get out of the way so I can get the bracket on the front. Yeah, so along with disconnecting the shocks, I also disconnected my track bar as well so I could really drop the axle down here out of the way so we can get that bracket on. We're gonna try lifting the bracket up on here. Hopefully my bumper won't be a problem getting it up on here and getting a bolt through it so we can get it hanging here. Alright, so it's kind of running out of battery there, so I'll do a quick update. Got the axle dropped down, have the shocks disconnected, traction bar disconnected, got the spring brackets taken out, or spring shackle, front shackles for the springs taken out, which I was definitely due for some new bushings. That's caused from those mudding videos probably. So yeah, now we're gonna be trying to put...
It's your wheelie video.
Yeah, now we're trying to line this up in there and see if we can get it hanging. You have to line up this bolt, or this hole here. There's a little spacer right here that lines up this little indent here. I don't know how well you can see it, but it goes in that. And hopefully I'll have enough space for my bumper here. Hopefully I won't have to cut a piece out of it. So yeah, we're gonna toss this on a tripod. We're gonna try getting it up there. Okay, so my little drop piece that we made from when I was getting tickets for my truck being too high before is in the way, so we're gonna have to torch some of it out. So we hung it off of a wire here because it was really hard to, it was definitely kind of a pain in the butt to get the bracket on over here and over here. And part of that could be because I bent my frame before, so it could have been a little tweaked, so I'm not gonna blame that completely just on that. But it's definitely nice to have a couple other people to help you get that on. Okay, so we've got this, the drop bracket, the front drop bracket mounted by one bolt, by this bolt here on each side. We kind of had to play with getting it lined up right. I'm sure it'd be 10 times easier if we didn't have this, the drop bumper that I got here that I've been having to cut to pieces, so this would fit because that bar kept hitting it. So it'd probably be a lot easier for you guys than it was for me. But next step is gonna be measure from there, get the angles right, get these holes punched. Yeah, be doing all that good stuff. You have to put the drop traction bar plate down on there, and then you're gonna be having to do the rear of the front shackle, if that makes any sense. The rear shackle of the front spring. There we go. But I think we are gonna be calling it a night here after we pick up all of these tools, and then try to finish it tomorrow evening. I'll probably work in solo for a little while, and Hunter's probably gonna come over again after work. Big props to him. Thanks for coming over here, dude.